My name is Ilona Kirzhner. I own and operate 3 Hammer and Nails men's grooming shops. We have a location right here in Leesburg next to the Wegmans, and in Gainesville and Reston Town Center as well. Have had those shops for about 4 years, 3 years, and 2 years. And super excited to bring, a high-end concept for men's grooming, haircuts, of course, beard grooming, straight razor shaves, facial waxing. We do camo services if you want a little less salt in your salt and pepper blend. And in our man cave, really incredible modern environment, we do MANicures and pedicures for guys as well.
I love that. That's so incredible. I love that there's like a space for guys to just be themselves, bro it down, whatever they need to do over there, but also get taken care of like a spa.
Exactly. We actually coined it a barber spa. So right on point there with that comment.
Love it. And now give us a little bit of a background about yourself and how you got into your industry, how you ended up working with Hammer and Nails. And talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I just have had enough with government contracting work, which is so, prolific around here, and was just ready to stop playing the contracting game and start really go back to the roots of capitalism, which is you like me, you put money in my bank account. You don't like me, you don't put money in my bank account. And jumped off a cliff, honestly, into Hammer and Nails. My background is that of a process improvement, management consulting, engineering kind of background.
Wow.
Something, in the field. Some of the viewers might know Lean Six Sigma. I was a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt for 2.5 decades.
Okay.
So I'm dating myself here. And just felt like I had one last career maybe in me, and was recruited to join the franchise world. Have never done anything in franchising, in barbering, or in retail before.
Alone for men.
So yes, exactly, even for men. And that was one of my questions at the time, like, would a woman be a good owner?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And actually currently own and operate the number 1, 3, and 4 revenue generating shops in the nation.
Flex. Gotta say that. I love it. Exactly. I love it.
Absolutely. So that's kind of how I came to be with Hammer and Nails. And, I'm excited to say we're doing really well.
Yay, I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
I know you guys had your first Hammer and Nails golf tournament this year. Talk to me a little bit about that and how it went.
We actually punted the golf tournament to, at least locally, to next year.
Just kidding.
Yes, exactly. There are other shops in other parts of the country that have, went forward with the golf tournament idea. We just didn't have enough time to really pull it together before the winter. But keep an eye out for next year.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, since we are on topic of that and it hasn't happened yet, now people can look forward. Do you have a date and time set, and what will it entail? What all kinds of goodies are going to be there? Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So we don't have a date yet. We're trying to work with a couple of charities that some of our members represent to kind of integrate, it being more of a donation for the charities. We always, no matter what event we go to, we bring our booth, we bring our win a prize wheel. We set up little gift baskets, give away gift cards, all kinds of goodies like that. We have some really amazing products as well. Men's grooming products, swag. So, the standard kind of fanfare, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
We have done this year probably 4 or 5 cars and cigars events. Where, our ideal customer, obviously, right, the man with the fancy car, maybe some affluence to him, and we sell memberships, give away appointments, free haircuts, that sort of thing.
Wonderful.
So.
And I'd like to ask you about the April-May community outreach called A Few Good Mentors. Can you talk to me a little bit about that and where it takes place?
Yeah, sure. So one of our members in our Gainesville location runs a non-for-profit called A Few Good Mentors. He has a hard time finding enough mentors. He has, hundreds of kids that need a mentor.
Oh, for kids, okay.
Yes, but not a lot of gentlemen who are willing to mentor. So our 2,500 membership base across 3 shops was kind of a nice potential ground for him to solicit more members. So every year we've hosted a Few Good Mentors kind of event, primarily in our Gainesville shop because he services Prince William County mostly. And we invited all of our members. We, potlucked, or not potlucked, but catered food and drinks. And it was a real gave away maybe $4,000 in services and prizes, and just a way for him to really, give visibility to his organization. We're trying to do a lot more of that kind of collaboration, especially with community organizations who need, maybe don't have the marketing dollars and who need some, kind of way. Yeah, exactly. Extra help to promote themselves.
Why is that important for you guys, for Hammer and Nails to give back to the community and be involved?
Yeah, I've always personally been a person where I think karma goes and comes around.
For sure.
And, and so if you can do good, you should do good. And we have now 70 employees. It's crazy. I'm just blown away, I know, by the payroll.
Congratulations.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's a lot of work.
I'm sure.
So I just feel like now that we have some labor and we have some folks on my teams that are either vets or have themselves done a lot of community outreach. One of my staff mentors, we have him on retainer, is a pastor who is just there for us. And, we've supported his organization as well. I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of a lot of hard work, tell me about some of the challenges maybe for any entrepreneurs who are listening who maybe they have yet to make their own business and put in all the hard work. Talk to me a little bit about some of the challenges that you've had and how you've been able to overcome them.
Sure. I think the biggest challenge that we as a business have overcome is certainly COVID. Where, in the COVID days, you have a blood pressure, you're hired. It wasn't about hiring the right people. It was about hiring anyone who was willing to work. Yeah. Exactly. And now we've really gotten through that period where people, barbers, nail techs, have come out of basements and come out of their homes and are now really ready for a really nice place to work. And so we, just weathered that as best we could. I think as an entrepreneur, they have a saying, sales cures all problems. And so I would say, counter to maybe many entrepreneurs' approach, you have to be bullish on the marketing. You have to be bullish on, spending the dollars to drive folks into your shops, especially on the retail side of things. Mm-hmm. Social media is such a huge component of that as well. Those are some things that, as a government contractor, we don't really do social media. You know what I mean?
I feel like everything's really private. You need a clearance, right? It's like
right, exactly. And so you have to really watch what you do on social media. So it's completely counter to that when you're running, a retail enterprise. Yeah, so that was a huge learning for me. And, honestly, I hate to, say it this way, but you kind of have to have the means to buy your way to success. You need some deep pockets, or reserve. You have to be willing to not try things that may or may not work.
Which can be scary.
Yes.
But you gotta try.
For sure. And, I think my biggest strength and my biggest weakness is my risk tolerance is extraordinarily high.
I love that.
Yeah. And again, it's a pro and a con. Like I have to really check myself sometimes. I'll just jump off the cliff and figure out how I'm going to land after I'm in the air. Yes. So, I'm pretty excited that we're an enterprise of 70 and, my number one revenue generating shop in the nation and the brand out of 40 will come in at probably about 1.8 million for a barber shop this year. So it's kind of a big deal. And we're super stoked to be in Northern Virginia.
Happy to have you guys here, and thank you for touching on the marketing piece, because that is something that I do ask people about, and I'm glad that you see the importance of marketing yourself, getting your name out there, putting in all the work online, making sure that your visibility is like top of mind. So.
It's a must.
Yes, so I love that. Yeah. I'd like to ask you, how many employees do you have right now? I think you said 70, no?
Across 3 shops,
Yep.
And we have a little bit of a headquarters management team as well. We have about 70 employees, not all full-time, bunch of part-timers. Just like I feel like I grew up with side hustles. I welcome the side hustle. For some people, we're their side hustles. For others, they have other side hustles. So we do carry a pretty significant portion of our staff that's part-time.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then for the experience for your clientele that come in, talk to me a little bit about it. I'd like to know what type of experience you'd like for them to have when they come in.
Sure. And, I think it's really important that you use the word experience, because I think you can go to a million different places for a haircut, but we don't just provide a haircut. It's about the experience. It's about greeting them. It's about knowing their names, what beverage they want. It's about pairing their needs with the right artist on our staff. Not rolling the dice on making sure that they get exactly what they want. It's about, for me, it's also about like taking their side, advocating for them. Unfortunately, in a people service business, out of 2,000 services we deliver every month, even if we're 99% good, we're gonna screw up, 20, 30 of them. And it's about owning our mistakes and even owning their mistakes. We could have helped them avoid making a mistake through a better consult or through, more questions or whatever the case may be. So I always want the customer to feel like I would feel as if I were in his shoes. And so it's in that vein that we treat our customers. And, I'm proud to say out of 2,500 members across 3 shops, there's been maybe only 2 that I've wanted to kick out,
I love the honesty.
Yes. Yes. Otherwise, we try to always make sure they're happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And I love that policy. Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
And then, were you taking inquiries to open up new shops? Tell me a little bit about that. To expand, right?
Yes, we are super excited to help the brand grow. We are still what's considered in the franchise world an emerging brand. That means we have less than 100 locations open nationwide. We're about to hit 40. We have pre-sold another couple hundred, so we'll have a lot. We'll be doubling and doubling again in the next year. Absolutely. And, we're excited. In addition to owning shops, I'm a territory lead for Hammer and Nails across the Maryland, Virginia, and DC markets. We have plenty of open, territories where folks might want to open up a shop. It's approximately an $800,000 to $900,000 investment to get to opening day. But we're in our model, we're one of the fastest to break even, and to recoup that return on investment. Wow. So that's exciting, and the model has really proven itself, especially in our area. Also super excited to say 4 of the Commanders staff, 3 coaches and 1 player, are repeat customers of ours.
Oh, cool.
Yes, very cool.
Yes.
So we're actually thinking about an event maybe around them where maybe some folks might get to meet them or something like that.
Nice. Yeah. You should definitely promote that on social media, obviously with their permission or blessing, of course, right? That would be something cool. Just to represent. Dallas Cowboys will be angry, but it's okay.
Yes. It's really funny. John Bates is on the offensive team, on the offense for the Commanders, and one of my rock star barbers, Brad Kiefer, services him.
Yeah.
And in the Pittsburgh game, John is known for his feistiness, and his helmet came off and he was, about to engage.
Yeah.
And the commentators commented on his modern day mullet. And where did he go for his haircut? And I'm like, hello? Exactly. He went to Hammer Nails and right there in Leesburg.
That's so cool.
So, yes, it was kind of a nice story to share.
Yeah, I like the pride you have. That was us. We did
exactly.
That. You should have that. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so I would like to ask, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years with your business and as a person? I know we've talked about growth, but anything else that you're seeing in the future coming for you guys?
Sure. Yeah, so of course we plan to have 30 to 40 locations in this Maryland, Virginia, DC market. We are very focused on that right now. It's a great time to buy into the brand because we are so young. I see us really, making a household name for ourselves, really getting out there, and being, a safe place for guys with maybe some gnarly feet or, who might enjoy a little facial here and there to really come and pamper themselves, take care of themselves. So we are looking forward to blowing up this territory in the next 5 years, and really servicing the men of the DMV in ways that maybe they haven't been able to get in the past.
Yeah. That's awesome. Very exciting. Yeah. And then is there anything maybe that I have not touched on that perhaps you would like to share, whether it's about yourself, your company, your industry? You have the floor for that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think what I would mention, something that makes Hammer and Nails very unique, is we are a membership-based concept. So our roots, our leadership comes from Massage Envy, which is a membership-based kind of concept. Yes. We took out all of the rules and strings attached, and our membership is no contract, cancel anytime. You can share it with anyone you want for free. Oh, wow. It's super, super flexible, no commitment. And guys really like that. It helps them kind of stay regular with their grooming, and it provides them a significant discount, either 20 or 40% off our retail rates, depending on the level of membership they choose. Yeah. And the other thing I would say is that we are a one-stop shop kind of service. Establishment, meaning you can get a haircut, you can get your beard trim, you can get your nose, eyebrows, or ears waxed. Wow. You can get a little facial, little mini men's facial, and of course your manicures and pedicures as well, in a very safe, male-centric kind of environment. We do also have adult beverages. Nice. So that is really nice. After work, you can take the edge off, kind of zone out. So really, nice. Yeah,
I wanna go, dang it. But we have us girls have many spaces to do this. It's time to pamper the men and think about them, right?
Exactly. We do welcome women. We just cater to men. Many women either don't do polish, on their manicures or pedicures. The service itself is very high end. We can really focus on the nail care and the massage and, all of that. And we also, a lot of women have men's cuts. Yeah. And so a barber is generally, much more equipped with the right tools, the right skills, the right products to handle more of the men's cuts, the beards, that sort of thing.
So cool. I love it.
Yeah.
And I remember Anoop came in and he had like a nice beard, haircut. His nails were super shiny. They looked better than mine. I'm like embarrassed. I'm like, dang, he is like
put together. Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get my husband on that.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. Anoop was a founding member here in Leesburg.
Okay.
He joined when I was pedaling the streets of the village at Leesburg, trying to drum up some founding members. And he joined and like over an 18-month period just really loved the brand. And he's like, how do I do this, Ilona, without actually owning a shop? And I'm like, well, let me lay it out there for you. So he's my business partner on the territory side, and it's our job to really find franchisees and promote the brand and build out the brand here in our area.
Amazing. I freaking love that. Like, that's so cool.
Thank you.
And then when you are relaxing and you have me time, what is it that you like to do?
It's been a minute since I've had some me time,
okay.
But I'm super excited to announce to all of my staff and I guess everyone listening that 2025 is definitely going to be back to me. I just bought 24 one-on-one private training sessions that I started. So you don't know this, but my biceps are hurting really bad right now.
Okay. Oh my gosh. You've been working it out?
I've been working it out. And consistency is the key, of course. And, really get back to my healthy sleep habits, which I've not had. Payroll at 2 a.m. isn't always the best.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited to kind of really, now that the businesses have gone through crawl, walk, run, where I've taken care of
the baby.
Everybody, 3 babies, yes. Yes, and, kind of get back to really taking care of myself. I do have 2 boys in college and 1 wrapping up high school.
Okay.
So I am a single mom of three handsome, dapper young men who are all customers of Hammer & Nails.
I was going to say, I bet you they just look so good, too.
They do. And you would be amazed, they're about taking care of their feet, especially because they are athletes, and so the younger generations are more open to getting pedicures to make sure, they keep foot ailments at bay and, kind of stay regular with that.
Yeah.
My oldest son actually treated his best friend to what we call a Big Daddy manicure pedicure combo for his 18th birthday. So the 2 of them were in the shop living large. Yeah, on their bro date. Exactly.
I love that.
So.
Look at that. The youth is in good hands with Hammer & Nails here.
Yes.
And the future and everything. Yep. Everybody. I love that. That's so nice. Yeah. I would like to ask you as my final question, it's one that I like to ask everybody that comes in, is do you have a quote, a saying, or a mantra that has inspired you or stuck out throughout your life that you've heard and you're just like, wow, let me share that. Would you mind sharing that?
Wow. So I think I would go back to my sports days. I don't know if I mentioned I'm an immigrant. I was born in Kiev, Ukraine.
Okay.
I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. Go Buckeyes. I'm an Ohio State grad as well. And throughout my life, I really tried to exhibit 3 Ds is what my basketball coach kind of instilled in me in high school. And that is dedication, determination, and drive. And so it's just kind of a way to, to bring that kind of mantra to everything I do. And I think it just has, played out to be the way I attack any situation in front of me.
Oh, I love that. I love that it was like your basketball coach. Like,
Yeah.
Sports is so cool. Like, that's what I've learned through talking to people.
And a team sport,
See? Look at
so.
that. Perfect.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and for sharing all your wisdom and the new upcoming things coming with your business and with your life. I know you've put in a lot of work, so now it's time. 2025 is the year for you to take care of yourself.
100%.
So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me today. Absolutely.